third video in the series, Basics of Music. In the last video, we talked about reading pitches using absolute letter names. In this video, we'll talk about reading pitches using solfege. Solfege sounds like a fancy word, but it's actually not. You already probably know something about solfege, even if you didn't know the name. There are actually several names for solfege. We have solfege, solfeggio, sol-fa syllables. These all mean exactly the same thing. It is taking notes in a scale and assigning names to them. Now, a scale is a collection of ascending and descending pitches. There are all kinds of scales in the world, but there's only one scale that is used all the time in our hymnals. That is called a major scale. Again, it has a specific pattern of ascending and descending pitches. We use these names to refer to the different members of the scale. Do is the first note of the scale, re the second, mi, fa, so, la, ti, and do. So can be written with or without an L. I prefer to sing it without an L. I mean, who wants to sing so if you could just sing so? So that's how I prefer it. You might see it written either way. Now, when we look at a song, we'll find that it will have do on any one of these lines or spaces, because do is movable. Let's pretend that here's our song, and this first line is do. If the first line is do, then the space above it is re. The line above that is mi, fa, so, and so on. So let's say, here's do. We could sing this scale on the staff like this. Remember, here's do. Do, re, mi, fa, so, la, ti, do. Well, do can be somewhere else. Thankfully, do usually stays in the same place for an entire song. We might find that do is right here. If do is right here, then we would say the note right above it is re. The note above that is mi, fa, so, and so on. So don't be confused with the fact that do can move. It's actually really nice that do can move. I think it would be a boring world if do only stayed in the same place. So, do could appear on any of these places, and if do was right here, we would say do, this is ti, this is la, this is so, and so on. Now, you see these funny shapes right here? Well, you've probably seen them in your hymnals, and we call them shaped notes. Some hymnals have them, some hymnals don't. Some pieces of music that you might sing with a choir may have them, and some pieces of music don't. They are basically a shortcut that tell us what the solfege name is. So you might find this do written on the staff. If this shape, this triangle shape, is written right here, it means that the third line is do. And you could go up do, re, mi, and so on. And you would find that this shape, re, is right here on the space above it. Mi is on that line, and so on. It's just a nice, easy way to sing solfege. But it's also nice to be able to sing solfege without looking at the shapes, because they are a handy tool, but then they are a crutch that you might hobble if you don't have the crutch sometimes. So, notice these shapes. A triangle, a flat-topped hanging downy something for re. There is a diamond for mi, another triangle for fa, but it's on a funny angle. So is just round. La is a rectangle. Ti is what? An ice cream cone maybe? And do is the same at the end as it was at the beginning. So the point here is that once you know where do is on a staff, then you can put your solfege thinking cap on and sing do, re, mi as you go up to the next line or space, or mi, re, do, etc. as you go down to the next line or space on a staff. Now in this session, we didn't talk about how to find do. That's really nice to know, but that's down the road. You should take classes to learn how to do that. You can learn how to use a pitch pipe, which has letter names on it. Remember we talked about letter names last time? You can find what letter name is do, you can blow the pitch, and then from there, you can start a song. For example, we might see this. If that's the first note, we might sing do, ti, la, so, fa, mi, re, do, and that's the start of Joy to the World. Take classes, you'll learn how to do that. It's not as hard as you might think. In the next video, we'll start talking about how to read rhythms, and you'll find it may be easier than you thought. See you there.
My name is Catherine Mullet, and I serve as the Administrative Assistant here at SCMC. We are excited to bring you this new video series free of charge, but of course you know that projects like this are not free to make. If you enjoyed these videos and would like to see us create more of this kind of content in the future, we invite you to donate. You can do that on our website, musiccamp.info/donate.